Jonathan Lee Riches, aka JLR. I am going to play the role of Judge JLR. Order in the court. Order in the court. Bring me the defendants, Donald Wesley Wells and Candus Bly, aka Candus Wells. They come before me. So, I'm going to read you off what I think you are, based off everything that I was brought to my attention, everything that I have uncovered with the case, and I'm going to let you know how I feel. Don Wells, you first. Donald Wesley Wells. Don Wells, you've been a habitual offender for the last 40 years. You have numerous arrests in numerous states, including Tennessee, Arkansas, Florida, Utah, and Texas. You have crimes ranging from domestic violence in Florida to burglaries in Arkansas, selling drugs and possession of drugs in Arkansas, being a fugitive from justice in Texas, numerous drugs charges in Utah, Tennessee. You have the domestic violence, DUI. Seems like every few years you keep getting arrested, and this has been going on since the 1980s. Seems like you don't accept any responsibility. You play the blame game. You were in the Utah Department of Corrections in the 1990s 5 times. You've paroled out of your sentence 5 of those times out of 5, and you violated parole each of those times. One time, you left the state of Utah while you were on parole, went back to your mother's house in Tennessee, Ben Hill Road, and the FBI and the Hawkins County Sheriffs had to come to your house and arrest you and extradite you back to Utah. Just recently, got a domestic violence with your wife, Candus, put on probation. While on probation, you get a DUI, and that's violation of probation. Now you're sitting in jail. Just constant arrests. Then it comes to your own daughter, Summer Wells. When Summer Wells went missing, a couple days you went on the media, expressed you love her and you want to find her and did a couple prayer circles. I didn't see you out there searching for Summer Wells beyond your property. I didn't see you initiate any searches in the neighborhood around Beach Creek, Ben Hill Road, Simpson Loop Road, Bell Road, Fields Road, all the surrounding roads around your neighborhood, Mr. Wells. Never seen you search, never seen you hand out flyers, never seen you stand in front of the media continuously while your daughter's missing and plead for her return. Instead, you go on YouTube. A lot of times under the influence of drugs, yelling and screaming, blaming people around you, name dropping, throwing people under the bus, but not accepting responsibility for your own actions. Spoke to former friends of your wife, Allie Harris, and their crew, who said a lot about you. They said that you used to shower with Summer and sleep with her without clothes on. Came out of your own mouth. I heard it in a phone call conversation that you had with Molly Golightly. You admitted that you used to shower naked with Summer Wells. Their friends have said that you give drugs and alcohols to your boys and to Summer under the influence. They even said that you molested Summer. Spoke to your former co-worker, Dudley Ajon, who you tried to throw under the bus. Ajon used to say that you used to take some of your boys to work with you and let them smoke pot with you at your job. I mean, these are boys under the age of 12 years old. Giving them alcohol. You used to hit your boys. So these are people that've seen it, and they're saying they seen it firsthand. We came out and tried to help find Summer Wells. What did you do? You shot a flare gun at us. You kept telling us you'll meet us at secret locations, but if we turn the recordings off, you would say you would meet us, and then you would stand us up, tell us to meet you at locations to talk. You never show. So it really triggered us to come find you at your job. Didn't have to be like that at all. I mean, you basically was just stringing us along, and we were tired of it. So, you know, you sit in jail now, Don Wells. You sit in jail for your probation violation, but, you know, there's nothing mitigating that can say that you did nothing with Summer Wells. I personally seen your eyes, Don Wells, and I seen guilt in your eyes. You know something. You're involved. You know something. Candus Wells, come before me. Candus Wells. Good old Candus Wells. Oh, by the way, Don Wells, going back to Don Wells, your own family member, your own son, Don Wells Jr., sexual offender. You know, 2-time, actually. Sexual offender of minors. So that's your own boy, Don Wells, your own boy doing sexual things to children. Plus, you know, you hook up with Candus Wells, who's like, what, 20 years younger than you? You know? So, Candus Wells, come before me, Candus Wells. Candus Wells. Candus Bly. I don't even know if you're legally married or not, because a lot of the police reports that you've been filing in the last 6 months against people looking for your daughter, you would put Candus Bly instead of Candus Wells. So I don't know. When Don Wells was out in Utah in 2020, you were trying to sell the home as Candus Wells. I don't know what that means, but anyway, you're originally from Wisconsin, Burnett County, Wisconsin. You yourself have numerous mugshots out there. You've been arrested for domestic violence and drug charges. You've also been arrested for disorderly conduct and pointing a shotgun at the heads of CPS out in Wisconsin who are trying to take your 2 children away because of neglect. Your own 2 children have been taken away from you. You know, you were declared, your parental rights were terminated in Wisconsin. And then while your kids were taken away from you, you never even tried to contact them, Candus Wells. Never even tried to contact them, make any, you know, reach out to them, see how they're doing. You finally did it after Summer Wells went missing, you know, when it started getting out who your children are. I don't know if you're trying to do that to save face, or maybe you do care. I don't know. But your kids were taken away. Hook up with Don Wells. Oh, and your mother, Candus Harrer. Her own brother, Warren Harrer, is a violent sexual offender. He was incarcerated for incest of a child. Once his incarceration was up, the state was trying to deem him a danger to society and keep him hospitalized because they felt that he was a danger to children. This is your uncle, Candus Bly. This is your mother's brother. Hook up with Don Wells. You know, boys were taken away from you. Your 3 boys were taken away from you. You were basically the last person to see Summer. What happened to Summer? Same thing with Don Wells. You know, you pleaded a little bit on the media, did a couple prayer circles, a couple walks, you know, for Summer. Never seen you out there searching. Never seen you out in Beach Creek, along the water, in the woods, in the fields, anywhere around looking for your daughter. Instead, go under the influence of drugs and alcohol and go on YouTube and make videos and smile and laugh and goo goo gaga and make jokes. You know, you associate with bad apples on YouTube, bad people, hook up with other guys. That caused your husband, Don, to get raged and created a domestic violence incident while Summer's missing just this year. Get into another domestic violence incident with Don. He's claiming he threw you against the washer. It's just continuous patterns and bad behaviors. 3 boys were taken away. And by Don Wells, you come over here too. I'm going to say both of this. Don Wells, you're a liar when you say that you got rid of the boy, or you told the CPS or DCF, they're called DCF in Tennessee, to take your boys away. No, it doesn't work that way. You just don't go there and say, hey, you can have my boys because I feel for their safety on my own property. No. They had probable cause and preponderance of the evidence or whatnot to take your boys away. Now you're going through the hearings and probably lose your parental rights based off your pattern. Both of you. Summer's missing, your boys are taken away. You just think it's a big game, think it's a big joke. You know, you don't do anything to find Summer, nothing at all. Do you not think Summer's life mattered? I mean, the whole world is watching. You know, now there's a grand jury investigation on you. And, you know, as a judge here, playing a judge, Judge JLR, I find you guys, both of you, Donald Wesley Wells, and Candus Bly, oops, I'm going to drop my phone, guilty. Guilty. Guilty of all charges. Guilty for what happened to Summer. Guilty for what happened to those boys. Guilty for giving alcohol to minors. Guilty for child abuse. Guilty for neglect. Guilty for lying to law enforcement and wasting their time and resources. Guilty of it all. If I was a judge, I would sentence you to life in prison. Maybe even worse. Don't want to say the DP word, DP, because, you know, it's offensive to some. But I would give you the DP. So there you have it. This is Judge JLR, Justice for Summer. I am judging you today, both of you, for your actions. That's it. Let's hope Summer Wells is found. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Summer Wells, please contact the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation at 1-800-TBI-5. Let's help find Summer Wells. Stay safe, everyone.